Hi everyone, my name is Evie Pompuris. I'm a former special agent with the U.S. Secret Service. And I was also on the Presidential Protective Division for Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama. I've also protected Presidents George H.W. Bush, George Bush, and Bill Clinton.
Save this for later if you haven't seen it. Also, my friend who called you a gamer says he concedes that you're better than Chris Hayes. I think it's not your friend, it's you who's saying these things. And I'm not going to watch that.
Today, I'm going to be watching movie and TV clips.
Finish the Vice video? I already did.
Shut up. Or not real, I think that they are. The first thing I noticed with this clip is the President of the United States is in the crowd shaking hands with people. That would really not happen. In real life, when we're doing protection, you won't see the president go into the crowd or into the table area. Typically, a rope line is created within some distance from the stage, usually several feet, and people will line up by that rope line, and the president will go then and shake those people's hands. So there's always a barrier. There's always something separating the president from the people. He or she may be in the future, but he will not be in that crowd. That's not make-believe. That is very, very real. That is your job as a Secret Service agent. Your job is to take a bullet, not only just to jump in front of the bullet.
Bro, imagine taking a bullet for Trump, though. That's so whack. Like, at least some of the other presidents are, like, a little bit more respectable, you know what I mean? Like, Donald Trump doesn't even win on the aesthetic side. You know what I mean? Most presidents are pieces of shit. But like Donald Trump on top of that is like outwardly rude and awful. You know what I mean? Even Bush, like at least Bush had the respectability shit, even though he's a warmonger and a psycho, right? Also, technically Bush literally had his own dodging skills, if you remember. And also another president that someone didn't take a bullet for was fucking Reagan, so...
But to get into the way and to make yourself as big as possible. So you're also taught to expand your body to make sure that the bullet actually hits you and doesn't miss you and hit the President of the United States. Through all the tactical training that you go through in the Secret Service Academy, this is a movement that you do over and over and over again. It's also a Secret Service mindset. When you go through training and if you enter this job, like you are at that point comfortable and fully okay with doing something like this.
Psychos.
The shift's job is to assess the environment. They're always looking out, and the potential threat is someone who can do harm. The number one thing to look for, honestly, is the hands. You want to see hands, and I always would want to see hands, open hands. So if the hands are out and open, then I know that there's nothing in those hands. On occasion, you might get somebody who unintentionally is maybe holding something, holding even a pen. And when you see that, I mean, literally, you just knock that pen out of their hands. If somebody has their hands in their pockets and they're unwilling to take them out, if there's not enough time to get those hands out, I mean, you literally would just grab that person's hands, lock them down until the president passes. Based on realism, on 1 to 10, I would actually give this, a 7.
Mr. Secretary, get away from the window, now! We need to leave now.
We see the detail leader go over to where Kiefer Sutherland is standing, and he actually closes the windows, and he tells them, sir, get away from the window. That is absolutely correct. That is absolutely what I would do as well. You'd want to get them out of the area of danger, and you'd want to put them in an environment where they are safe, some type of bunker.
Did you see that? Did you see that? Smoke out any ambush. White House is secure. Let's go.
I would not take the future president of the United States back to the White House. Absolutely not. The swearing-in ceremony can wait till later. You'd want to take the president to an undisclosed, safe location. Keep him there for some time until things have settled, and then you can figure out what to do next. So on 9/11, what did they do with the president? They grabbed the president, and they actually kept him on Air Force One, and they flew around.
It's confirmed. Eagle is gone.
In this scene, we see the president being referred to as Eagle, his code name. Every administration gets code names, and typically the code names all begin with the same letter. So for the Clintons, it was an E. Everybody in the Clinton administration, or the protectees, they all had E's. For President George W. Bush, it was a T. And so essentially all the family members, First Lady, President, the children, they all had code names beginning with a T. So they do change for every administration, and the code...
I wonder who was called Turkey. You know one of them was called Turkey.
Name actually stays with the person even after they leave the presidency. Where are my snipers? Snipers are there to actually look for the threat that's coming from above. Here we see an open window. The snipers are tactically placed throughout the environment, and they're put in elevated positions so they can see elevated threats. So they're actually working in tandem with a ground team, and they call out the positions, they call out the threats. The ground team is what responds. They are active. They are seeing open window. They are seeing somebody moving. They're seeing somebody at a rooftop, and immediately somebody is responding. Your sniper team up top is the one who's going to see the threat, they're going to engage the threat, and they're going to take that threat out. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this one a 3.
Dude, I just realized that like nearly every single movie that has like Secret Service in it, or like a president is being attacked or assassinated, is garbage. Like, is there a fucking movie that's above a 5 that involves a president getting fucking assassinated? What the fuck? Documentaries excluded, like no Oliver North shit. Literally all of them are trash, dude.
I have a really hard time with this clip because there's so many things in here that are not true, which makes kind of the whole thing not real. The cars, the beast. There's only one beast in this. There's always going to be 2 beasts. And not only are you going to have 2 ballistic limos, you're also going to have multiple follow-up vehicles, which tend to be suburban, which are also ballistic. Your emergency vehicle, which is showing up to save the day.
Everybody talks about ballistic missiles, but nobody talks about holistic missiles, dude.
That's going to be there. You're not going to have this emergency vehicle showing up from nowhere. Now here, we also see this internal ambush happening. In the inner circle of the president, although we have help, you have police help, they typically tend to be at the outskirts. In the inner circle of protection, it's always going to be U.S. Secret Service.
Shit. All right, back to the car.
So here's why there's a technical error here. The building, we see the building, somebody closes the doors. That would never happen. There's always an agent there, and that agent's job is to make sure that those doors are open so that the president can run back in if he needs to. The other thing is the vehicle door. That vehicle door will also stay open. So basically what you're ensuring is the president can either go into the car, if he needs to, into the beast, or back into the building. And here we see them stuck outside, which should absolutely never happen.
Norman, down!
I was waiting on this. I was waiting which one of the degenerates in my audience would finally say, like, why is she still pausing, Puggo? I was waiting on it. I'm glad that there was someone silly enough that would get mad at the other person for pausing as well.
That is a ballistic vehicle. The beast is called the beast for a specific reason. The beast is designed to take a beating and keep going. When you travel to
Why am I
another country,
turned on? She's talking about a car.
You make sure to do advance work. Advance work means sending agents out there in advance for weeks at a time, sometimes maybe even a month, to prepare for a visit. That means you work very closely with the local police department, the local law enforcement entities, the local intelligence entities. It is the proactive element. It's everything you've done beforehand. So when I see this image, I have a problem. Where are my snipers? Should be snipers there. Where's the tactical team? There should be a tactical team there. Where are the long weapons? Secret Service shift agents also have long weapons. Where are those? I want to give it a 0, but let's give it, I would give it a 2.
This way, ma'am.
Nicolas Cage is actually trying to get Tess to get in through his door, the passenger side door. What he's doing is correct. Typically, you will see the protectee going in through that specific door, the door behind the passenger, and we see the detail leader, which is Nicolas Cage in this part, sitting in the front seat. The door that's closest to her front door is the passenger side door of the vehicle. A protectee needs to go in through the closest door. So what's the closest door to my front door? That passenger side door. The issue here is you don't want the protectee coming out the front door, then walking around the vehicle through the other side. That's the issue there.
Ma'am, excuse me, but we are not leaving this house until you are seated properly with your seatbelt firmly fastened.
You have to lay the law down, and I probably would have done what Nicolas Cage did. Your duty is to physically protect them, but you're also there to shield them from many things. I definitely would not do what he did, kind of shaking her up like that, but I would nudge her. I would maybe draw the curtains down at the side and shield her. I would give it an 8.
Get the perimeter! 10 meters! 360 degrees!
Yeah, there's a lot of issues with this one. One is, how on earth did he end up in the middle there with his protectee? That's, I want to say impossible, but that's highly, highly, highly unlikely. Why is there so much distance between the vehicles and them? The vehicles should actually pull up super close to them to shield them. My other thing is, we see the First Lady in this movie jump out, which is played by Kim Basinger. She jumps out and she's in the middle of it. Where's her detail leader? Each protectee has a detail leader, meaning the president has their own.
Bro, even if I leave for like literally 3 seconds, y'all wild out. Like immediately, like, what? Where'd he go? Where the fuck did he go? Is he dead? Is he dead? Fuck! Is he ever gonna come back? Like, I feel like you have separation anxiety, dude. I had to wash my fucking face. Like, I still got a caterpillar on this bad boy, okay? Got a lip warmer, dude. I have to wash it after I eat.
Person who protects them and their shift, and then the First Lady has her own person who protects her, her detail leader, and her shift. So there's 2 protection elements, not 1. So we do see Michael Douglas call out formations or degrees or angles as to where he wants people to go. That's not something that we do. There are formations, and these are pre-choreographed, pre-designed formations that we use, and we know when and how to use them, and the detail leader can on occasion sporadically call them out. But when we are being attacked, everybody automatically knows where to go, and everybody has their own position depending on the type of attack. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 3.
Damn, she's a hard ranker, dude. She is not like, she's like the Anthony Fantano of ranking Secret Service.
Colonel Rhodes, glad to see you can make it, son. I feel safer already.
Oh, she gave Nick Cage. I missed it.
1, why isn't he ID'd? I mean, make him lift up his mask. I don't know who he is. He's in this costume, and you can't see him, number 1. Number 2, nobody, as far as I'm concerned, gets on that plane with guns other than U.S. Secret Service agents. You can sense sometimes that there's a problem without even being able to articulate that there's a problem. I will take a Secret Service agent any day over anything like that.
Yo, shut the fuck up, dude. That's War Machine, lady. Fuck you mean? Shit'll rip through your fucking dumbass Secret Service all day, dude. He's got fucking nuclear warheads and shit on him. Or whatever. He is the beast. What is he called? What is it? War Machine? Fucking, it's like the Iron Man. He's the other Iron Man guy. What is his name? Isn't it? Oh, it's the Patriot? Chat, if you watched the movie, you would know that the bad guy's in the armor. The Beast. That's literally the beast, motherfucker. That is the beast. But in a fucking suit. Yeah, he is called War Machine in the comic books. Did they change it? For the movie? Yeah, technically Iron Patriot, but yeah, I think it's Rhodey who is War Machine. It's the War Machine reskin Iron Patriot. This suit in the comic books is War Machine specifically because he has more guns than Iron Man. Like, he has like all the fucking... He has like more rockets and shit. Iron Patriot, originally War Machine. Osborn is Iron Patriot. She would sternly tell the mechanized super soldier capable of lifting that whole 747 to take his shoulder-mounted missile launchers off before boarding, and he would listen. Yeah. I mean, I would. If I was in that, I would do it. They changed it during the movie. It's a plot point. I didn't fucking watch the Iron Man movies, dude. What are you, crazy? %% of U.S. high school students graduating without basic object permanence skills. YouTube.
Air Force One is actually the responsibility of the Air Force. The Air Force protects the plane, they maintain the plane, and when the president isn't on the plane, they actually do security for it. Members of the Air Force are allowed on the plane, members of the staff are allowed on the plane, and Secret Service agents are allowed on the plane. I have access to my weapons, we have access to all our weapons. I mean, we need our weapons.
By the way, I gotta say, no one noticed that I have new glasses. I know that they look like my old glasses, but these are the new glasses that Jinsui got me that I have to fucking pay $36 to FedEx, apparently, in duty. I got duty to pay. But shouts out to Jinsui. These are his Korean-style glasses that he got me, and when I put frames in it, I put optics in it. It's like blue light blocking, and it's also, as you can see, reflection blocking. Notice that there's like a light yellow tint to them, and also that it doesn't go crazy when lights are flashing in front of it. You look beautiful. Thank you, Marshmallow Fifths.
On the plane, and we have other weapons aside from the ones that we personally carry that we haul on and off the plane. Yes, you can use your weapon on the plane. However, members of the Air Force are allowed on the plane, members of the staff are allowed on the plane, and Secret Service agents are allowed on the plane. I have access to my weapons.
Man, you guys are such fucking babies, dude. Okay. For 3 seconds, I forgot to fucking change scene. Like, you're literally fucking spamming camera for like 3 minutes for the rest of the video.
We have access to all our weapons. I mean, we need our weapons on the plane, and we have other weapons aside from the ones that we personally carry that we haul on and off the plane. Yes, you can use your weapon on the plane. However, you have to be very, very careful when you do use that weapon. You have to be super careful, super accurate, because if you miss, you could blow a hole into the side or a portion of the plane, which could then cause a serious problem to the aircraft itself. I'll give it a 1. I only give it a 1 for just certain technical aspects, as far as like the way the limo's pulling up, the way the plane is positioned.
Gentlemen. What are you doing? Martin!
Consider this my resignation.
So how suspicious should you be of your colleague?
Okay, first of all, dude, I love, is that James Woods? Fucking massive psycho. Like, massive psycho. Fraternity brother of mine from MIT. Massive psycho. scuff Jordan Peterson? No, he is insane. It's top of the hour every hour. And what that means is it's ad time. Now, if you would like to keep watching this video uninterrupted, and if you like to keep the stream going uninterrupted, all you need to do is subscribe. Fuck! I give up on that one after that. I burped right in your ears. Oh, man. Anyway, you can subscribe for $5 a month or for free with your Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. You can get a free subscription. This way you get an ad-free, burp-free broadcasting experience. Here's the fucking ad.
Colleagues. I was in the U.S. Secret Service for over 12 years. I was never suspicious of my colleagues. Not in this level. To be a double agent, to get into the U.S. Secret Service as a double agent, that is not an easy thing to do. So here's the thing. There's a hiring process, a very, very involved hiring process, a hiring process with multiple layers of protection, of security, so that somebody like that cannot get in. They do such a deep dive, an intense background investigation on you. If you're talking background checks, you're talking about interviewing people's families, their schools, going through their history, their previous jobs, their employers. Polygraph tests. I used to give polygraphs and assess people on the veracity of the truthfulness of what they were saying in their application. To have an agent pull their gun out and shoot one of their brothers and sisters, I can't see that. I really can't. I have a bit of a hard time with the scene because we see Jamie Foxx, the president, going down into this bunker. Number one, let me just say, Jamie Foxx, the president, is not the one clearing the way and getting access to the bunker. His team, his Secret Service agents, if there were to be a bunker, they're the ones clearing the way, making...
Notice I said if there were to be a bunker. You know, if there were one. Like, not saying there is one, but if there were one, the president wouldn't be the one clearing it.
sure he can get in. We're talking about the White House. We're talking about a lot of Secret Service agents. Not just agents, but uniformed division. It is highly unlikely, again, I never want to say never, but if not impossible, where the whole team is taking out and you have Channing Tatum, some member of the public, show up to end up protecting the President of the United States. Probably impossible. As far as your protectee being able to protect themselves, their job is not to...
Yeah, he's a stripper in the movie. Yeah, he comes in to he's like, Mr. President, I got you. I can protect you, Mr. President. I've stripped as a cop numerous times.
To take self-defense. Their job is not to learn self-defense. And so that's why the Secret Service is there. You're not there to teach them self-defense. You're there to do the self-defense for them. I would give it a 0.
She's mad. She big mad. She big mad on that one. And by the way, this is the proof that a presidential assassination movie plot or show is always Garbo, aka the West Wing.
Step away from the window, please.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to call you back.
3 shots were fired from the street, at least one of them hitting the press briefing room. We've got the suspect in custody as well as a high-powered rifle.
Was anyone in the room?
If there is any type of shooting at the White House, the last place I would want to go to have a nice discussion with the president about the shooting is in the Oval Office. The Oval Office is glass. There's doors, there's windows, it's open, it's exposed. Although it is protected, it is commonly known that it is not a truly secure area.
If they did that and there was a Republican president, it'd be like, high-powered rifle, do not ban them. How do you know it's a high-powered rifle? How do you make that distinction? I mean, it could be a 9mm. Those are basically the same. Why are you saying high-powered rifle? Are you going to try to ban them? You can't ban them. That's what you sound like, Republicans. That's what you sound like whenever you say, how could you ban a gun like this? How could you?
When the president is at the Oval Office, there are always Secret Service agents. They are outside and they are inside. I would give this a 1 on a scale of 1 to 10, just simply for the fact that You truly would never have a conversation with your protectee like that when shots were
Thank
just
you,
fired
Pauliner
in
X
such close
Spezzy.
proximity.
For the 5 killing it.
I'm back! Back off, Sims! I don't got a problem with you!
You hurt this kid, you'll have problems with me, all right? You'll have problems with everybody. So why don't you just let the kid go?
Shut up!
Now, I've actually
Sinbad is the only other person with my proportions, so I really respect him for even having a career at any point. As a person with a disproportionately sized head over what is otherwise a much larger upper body, I have to give him a 10 out of 10 on this one. Okay? I'm just saying, there aren't that many people like us out there. You know? Black, white, brown, doesn't matter. We all come along on one issue, and that is microcephaly.
Problems with me, all right? You'll have problems with everybody. So why don't you just let the kid go?
Shut up!
Now, I've actually protected children of a president, a specific child I was assigned to. Now, my first question is, where's everybody else? Where's the team? You're never alone with just the protectee, even if it's a child. You have a team. I really would be mindful as to who I allow in close proximity of my protectee. Usually people that they know very well are allowed access to them. People that are vetted are allowed access to them.
Now look around, calm down. The mall full of people, man, they're shopping, huh? Got women, got children. You don't want to shoot anybody.
I might spend time distracting the person, but I'm not going to sit and negotiate with you. I'll distract you and talk to you so that my teams can come in from behind and take you out so that I can regain control of my protectee and keep my protectee safe. I might give this one a 5.
Only because it's Sinbad. I'm sorry. Okay, the double click on this fucking mouse is out of control, dude. I guess I just gotta get a new Logitech mouse or something. Like, how does this fucking work?
So we have Kevin Costner protecting a celebrity. This isn't uncommon, actually. A lot of Secret Service agents, when they retire, they typically end up going into some form of private security. He's on stage, but I'm trying to figure out exactly where he is, but typically he's supposed to be on stage, but in the back, either stage right or stage left.
Is that true? All Logitechs eventually double click? Like, this is a real... I've heard this meme on the internet so much. I just never thought it would be real. Like, it just sounds so fucking insane that such a reputable company, such a reputable fucking, like, hardware company would have such meme-like trash fucking problems. Especially because, like, this is not a cheap mouse. Like, this is like $150 or something like that. This is very expensive. All mice with certain common triggers. What? That's typically how mice break. Yes, but Logitech CS is real good and ship you a new mouse for free right away. Like the scroll wheel double clicks too, which is really fucking annoying. It's not always. It's sometimes, by the way. I don't know if it'll get even worse. Update your firmware. That fixed my mouse. No, it doesn't. It doesn't fix. See, it's not doing it anymore. But sometimes it does. Champagne socialist. Champagne. No one can ever spell champagne.
The other issue is you have people on stage with her. Definitely a huge, huge no-no. There's nobody that's going to be on stage because as we see, she gets ambushed. Again, you want to make sure that when you're an agent, there is nothing, and I mean nothing, between you and your protectee.
Tony! I'll take care of this. Not there! Follow me!
Interestingly enough, where you see the other security personnel wave him to come to him, your evacuation point should not be through the crowd. It should not be through where the front doors are. I want an exit that is away from everyone. I want an exit that nobody uses. The proper thing to do is, she's behind you, so long as she can move. She's behind you, you're creating the shield, and you're using your hands and you're pushing people away, and then you're going out. You really don't want her or anything in your hands. That's why even if you see bad weather outside and it's raining, you'll never see an agent holding an umbrella. You'll never see an agent even holding bags or anything in their hands. Hands are the most important thing. These are your weapons. This is your defense.
Meanwhile, this is a secret service, secret police that literally has his hands in his pockets, though.
System. And if there's something in your hands, how can you actually fight and protect someone? This not being a true Secret Service protectee, I mean, I can see how this can happen in real life. I would give this a 6. You'd want to take the president to an undisclosed safe location, keep him there for some time until things have settled, and then you can figure out what to do next.
Dude, I'm not going to watch the Yanis Varoufakis John Bolton debate tomorrow. Okay, that sounds kind of boring. I'm sorry to say that to you, brother, but what I will be watching tomorrow is the Trump campaign. No change Omron switches?